Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I was not necessarily planning on vlogging this week. It was kind of a spur of the moment decision for a variety of reasons. One of those reasons is because we have a few things going on this week that I thought would be interesting to vlog. Tomorrow, I believe it is, my mom, my Nana, a family friend, and I are going to this homestead place that is like an hour-ish from us. So I think that will be cool to document, assuming I'm allowed to. And then Saturday is another Girls Who Get It Done event, which I have vlogged in the past, but this Saturday I will actually be one of the speakers. The other reason that I decided to vlog this week is because last week we had a major scare with Glenna. Honestly, Wednesday and Thursday, I didn't think she was gonna make it through the work week, let alone the actual week. She did, and she's still here, and she's doing better. She's not 100% better, but she is doing better. And I am so incredibly thankful for that, but I don't know how much longer we have with her. And I want to get as much of her on camera as I can while she is still with us. But I will show y'all her in just a second. I'm gonna get my food out because the microwave keeps beeping at me to open it, and I don't want my food to get cold again. But I wanted to go ahead and start off this video before I forgot, because I am known to do that. So Wednesday morning, she was fine. At least she seemed fine. And then in the afternoon, she couldn't get up on her own. She needed one of us to help her up. And then once we got her up, she could walk around okay, but she was falling fairly often. And she also didn't touch her normal dog food that she eats. And so we gave her some canned dog food, and she ate most of it, but not all of it, which is unlike her. I mean, the fact that she didn't eat her regular dog food was unlike her, but for her to not finish the canned dog food either was unusual. And she didn't drink any water, I don't think, that day, or at least very little. And then on Thursday, she pretty much still needed help getting up every time. I think there was a few times where she could get up on her own with a lot of effort, but she needed help for the most part. And she was still falling fairly often when she walked. She did eat and drink that day, but it was still very clear that something wasn't right. She had also, I believe it was Thursday, it was either Thursday or Friday, but I think Thursday, that she was shaking, like almost as if she was shivering, basically. You could hear her teeth chattering every once in a while. And so that was going on. And then at times, not too often, but one or two times on Thursday, I believe it was, she started panting, but wouldn't drink much water. She did drink water that day, but not as much as she normally would. So Wednesday and Thursday especially, I didn't think she was going to be here through the end of the week. Now, like I said, she is doing better. She's not 100%. She pretty much doesn't get on the couch anymore without assistance, whereas before this all happened, she usually could get up on the couch on her own. Sometimes she would not quite make it, but usually she could make it on her own. But now she doesn't even attempt it most of the time, and she still has more trouble walking than usual. She doesn't usually fall when she's walking anymore. Every once in a while she will, but not for the most part. And she has more trouble getting up than she used to, but she is getting up on her own, I think, every time in the last day or two. So doing better, but because of the scare that we had last week, And the fact that she's older and therefore we don't have a whole lot of time left with her regardless, even if this scare didn't happen, I want to get her on camera as much as I can. Because she's my girl. She's my goodest girl. Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are my goodest girl. Yes, you are. We had pulled out the trundle bed that I have under my bed with the hope that she would sleep with me since she can get on this bed easier. It's halfway in now because Murphy is psycho, and when she launched herself from the doorway onto the trundle bed and then onto my bed, it pushed it halfway in. So it wasn't like this until this morning. But if Glenna lays on it at all with me, it's only for like a few minutes, and then when she gets up to go to the bathroom for the first time, she moves to her own bed when she gets back. So I've still been sleeping on the trundle bed just so that I could be closer to her, or, you know, if she does decide she wants to lay with me, then I'm there. But like I said, most of the time she doesn't. We do have this mat or whatever down on it. That way the sheet and the actual mattress are a little bit more protected from poop and pee, because for a while she was just going to the bathroom wherever she laid. So we have been moving that from in here on the trundle bed to a spot on the couch for when one of us helps her get up there, just in case. She's been going to the bathroom outside again now that she's getting around a little easier, but we still have been using it just to be on the safe side. But I just wanted to give y'all an update on my girl, because she is my world. And I know a lot of y'all really care about her too. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if most of y'all watch my videos because of her. Not because of me. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if that was the reason you watched my videos. This whole time I've been in here talking, and I didn't know that Murphy was in here until I started walking down the hall to record that last clip, and I heard her move in here, which is fine because I was literally just thinking I should go check on Murph because she's been way too quiet. Now I know where she is. I will say, while she has been a pest in a lot of ways, like she usually is, she has been doing better than I expected with me giving Glenna so much attention. Usually if I give Glenna attention, Murphy has none of it. She comes between us as soon as she can. And like I said, she's still the pesky little sister that she is. And a lot of times she will still come between us, but she's been a lot more willing to let me give her attention over the last few days, which I've been grateful for. And she is still getting a lot of attention too, don't get me wrong. She's getting a lot of attention from me and from both of my parents. It's not like she's being ignored because of Glenna. She still gets plenty of attention, and she's been a great cuddler to me through all of this. She's always been a great cuddler, but as much as I wish Glenna was a cuddler, she is not. I mean, I already talked about that some with her not wanting to lay in the trundle bed with me, but just in general, Glenna isn't much of a cuddler. Every once in a while she will, but it's pretty rare. And so Murphy has definitely stepped in and been a great cuddler through all of this.
Hammer the bowl there.
But does it matter which way?
No.
I feel most of the silverware. Brassware. Yeah, brassware. That's right.
So This is where they make their own flour. So there's a water wheel out there that's powering the belt. And then there's a tube that's like a gravity feeder, and then goes down into the middle part, and then that's where it makes flour.
Great. So cute. Very cute. I'm choosing to do all the noisy things, guys.
Very nice.
I am having a night snack of some candy corn. My mom got a small bag of candy corn earlier today for us to share because we both like candy corn, but we don't need a big bag because we will eat the whole thing very quickly if she did. So she got a small bag for us to share, and this is the last of it. I would love to know your thoughts on candy corn in the comments below because I know it's very divisive. Some people love it, some people hate it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm very curious. Also, don't mind the wrist brace. Nothing happened. I just have a lot of wrist pain. So I am wearing it tonight because the pain is worse than it usually is. So if you were wondering about that, nothing happened. It's just bothering me tonight. But the orthopedist and the neurologist both have done testing and said it's fine, so I don't know what's going on. My mom and I just got back from seeing Begonia, which is one of the most boring movies and weirdest movies that I've seen in quite a while, especially the most boring part. The best part of the whole movie, probably, I would say, was hearing "Good Luck, Babe" for a few seconds at the beginning. I was not a fan, but the popcorn was good, the candy was good. But now I am laying down for a little bit because my head is pounding. I really should be doing homework or working on my speech for tomorrow, but my head hurts, so I'm laying down for a little bit before we go to dinner. I am about to take my shower for the night so that I'm ready to go in the morning because we're going to be leaving the house at 8:30 and that's already too early for me. So I don't want to get up earlier than I have to just so that I can take a shower. But I did want to let you know that if you like the hoodie that I am wearing, for those of you who can see, I am a Comfort ambassador. So that is the brand of the hoodie that I'm wearing. This is their Travel Essentials hoodie. I absolutely love it. Yes, I'm an ambassador, but I love this hoodie anyway. It has so many pockets. So there's this big kangaroo pouch like you have on most hoodies, but then inside of it, I can't really show it super well, but there is a zipper pocket inside of the kangaroo pouch that you can put things in. It goes all the way across. There's zippers on both sides. There's also a zipper on the seam over here on the right side that you can put something in. It's pretty big. I can put more than my whole hand in there, and there's still plenty of room. And on each of the sleeves, there are pockets as well. So there's one, like I said, on each sleeve, perfect size to put keys or AirPods or money, if you want to put money in there, whatever you want to put. I plan on putting my AirPods in one of them, probably, if they're not on my carabiner like they usually are. And then eventually when I start having keys again, I will probably put those in there. But I absolutely love this. The hood is nice and cozy as well. One of my favorite things, aside from the pockets, is that there's no drawstrings at the top, because when those get uneven, when one is hanging longer than the other, it always drives me crazy. But I don't have to worry about that with this hoodie. I love that. I was very excited when I found out that it didn't have the strings. But my favorite thing is all of the pockets. It is their Travel Essentials hoodie, so yes, this is great for traveling, but also if you're like me and you don't carry a purse, it's great for just use in general. So if you would like to get this hoodie or any of the amazing products that Comfort has to offer, I will have my affiliate link down in the description for you to check it out. But now that I have rambled about my hoodie for a while, I am gonna go take a shower because it is already somewhat late, and like I said, I gotta get up early, and I'm not even quite finished preparing for tomorrow, so I've got to do that as well. Also, I did forget to mention, but real quickly, some of you may notice that the bathroom looks different, and that is because my mom just redid it. She put a new shower curtain up, which is actually regular curtains that she decided to use as a shower curtain, and she painted the walls green, shower curtains green, the walls she painted green. This picture is actually a picture of a castle that we went to in real life. She took this picture on her phone and then she put it in Photoshop and doctored it up a little bit to make it fit the vibe of the bathroom better. So this is a picture she actually took that she has hanging on the wall. And we have a new lamp in the corner, a new towel hanging up, and a new mirror and new light. So lots of changes in the bathroom. But for real now, I'm gonna take a shower. All right, I have showered and I am in my onesie because it's getting cold here and I want it to be nice and toasty tonight. But before I go to bed, I am adding my notes for my speech for tomorrow to my Braille Sense, just as a backup plan in case my mind suddenly goes blank and I forget everything. I don't have my entire speech written out on here like I sometimes have done in the past, but just some notes that will hopefully jog my memory just in case. So I have my speech pulled up on my computer and I'm just going through and writing some lines. But I'm just about finished with it now, so I'm gonna read through my notes as I say my speech, just to kind of see if I need to tweak anything. And then I think I will be ready to head to bed. I already have my outfit out and ready to go for tomorrow, so I don't have to deal with that in the morning because it's already very late and we have to leave the house at 8:30, so I didn't want to have to try to find clothes in the morning, but I'm just gonna finish this and we should be good to go. We are done with the event and it is time for dinner. We are at Qdoba and I got a bowl with cilantro lime rice, Cholula chicken, sour cream, 3 different kinds of cheeses, black beans, and salsa, and tortilla strips. Should be delicious. I am setting up a booth at a vendor event tomorrow. It's called a sip and shop, so people are coming and shopping for all kinds of goodies and having some wine if they want. and I was asked to set up a booth for my freshies that I make. And I have a bunch of business cards, but some of the information is no longer accurate. My business name and phone number, and obviously my actual name, and the Facebook page name are all accurate, but I no longer have the website or the email. So I'm going and marking off the parts that are inaccurate and correcting them. I mean, I hate the way it looks. It's not very professional, and my handwriting is horrible. But I was asked on Saturday to set up a booth tomorrow, so I didn't really have a lot of time to get new business cards. So I didn't have time to get accurate ones printed, so these crossed out janky handwriting versions are gonna have to do. I mean, the rest of the card looks fabulous. My mom designed them a while back, so the rest of the cards look great, but the parts that I'm having to mark off do not. But people asked me yesterday several times if I had business cards, and while I have business cards for my travel business, I didn't have any at the moment for my freshies. So I've corrected about 40 cards so far. I'm gonna correct about 20 more, and then I'm gonna call it good. I have a whole box of cards that are no longer completely accurate, but I don't need this many for the event tomorrow. So I'm just gonna correct, like I said, about 60 of them for the event tomorrow. I'll take the extra ones with me if I need to mark them off real quick, but last I heard there were 50 people roughly coming, so I don't even think I will need this many. But I want to have extras if possible. So as much as I want to go to bed right now, I'm gonna finish the last of these cards so that they're ready to go for tomorrow. I'm also doing a co-working stream while I do this. My magnifier is super zoomed in, so there's not a great way to show y'all, but I have Placid Plastic Duck Simulator going as the idle game for during the stream. We have the task list that myself and chat can add to with whatever we're working on. I'm the only one who has added anything, but chat can add stuff too if they want. And we have little characters walking across the bottom of the screen for everyone who is in chat at the moment. So there's also jazz music playing from the game, but y'all can't hear that right now because it's just coming through my headphones. But that is also going on while I work on these business cards. Alright y'all, that is gonna be it for this week's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. It really does help out the channel a lot. Do not forget how amazing, beautiful, wonderful, and loved you are. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!